Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Abhirami of class 9. Today we are going to discuss about a very interesting poem called The Snake Trying, written by W. E. Ross. In this poem we are having a snake which is trying to describe itself. Before getting into this poem, we will discuss about the poet W. E. Ross. Let's get started. William Rayston Eustace Ross is the full name of W. E. Ross. He was a Canadian geophysicist and he was also a poet. He was called the modern Canadian poet as he was the first man to publish imaginary poetry. He was born on 14th June 1894 and died on 26th August 1966. Now we know about the poet, we will get into this poem. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick, with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. Now the poet is introducing us a snake which is trying to escape the pursuing stick. Pursuing stick is a stick which is used to grab snake, with sudden curvings of thin long body. Now we are getting to know the shape of the snake. It has thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. And when the snake is hidden, it is moving. When it is moving, he is looking beautiful and elegant. This admired the poet. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Due to the hit, he is flowing into the water. We will see the poetic devices used in this stanza. The poetic device used here is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet is an adjective to show or represent an object or noun. Here transferred epithet is pursuing stick. Pursuing stick is the transferred epithet, as the stick itself is not coming to attack the snake. The people who are holding the stick are coming to attack the snake. Let's get into the second stanza of the snake. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. Now we are getting to know the shape and size and color of the snake. It is in green color and it is very small. Reeds. Now the poet is saying that the snake is getting into the reeds. Reeds are small water plants. Here we can see the reeds. Now let's get into the third stanza. Before getting into that, we will see the poetic devices used in this. Here the alliteration is the poetic device. Alliteration is replication of consonant sound in same line. The repetition of the consonant sound in a line is called the alliteration. The alliteration used here is harmless. He is harmless is the alliteration used here. Now let's get into the third stanza of this poem. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. Till someone observed or spotted the snake, he lies quietly in the sand. Due to the attack by someone, he is going into the water. So in this stanza the poetic device is not mentioned, and also this poem lacked rhyme scheme. This poem is having another rhyming scheme, another poetic device, that is enjambment. Enjambment is the continuation of a line to other without any punctuation marks. So this poem is getting to an end. Thank you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur,